Hello everyone. The tunya hi lecture magnetism chapter adinga ma sapen ni bol deutan. Alang pia magnetism chapter hi chapter li na hi na. So class 12 syllabus adinga jong hi alang pia poi mo pen loi hi in lecture thum ve lai in bol deu hin ten chipen hi. He che pat nong di ja chela hi alang pia magnetic field na field bo sai bol deu hin ten abana ko force pai bol deu. Aji chu magnetism chapter akisim hi piam tele. So this magnetism chapter is divided into field and forces. Na athun na pa khole chun bar magnet hoi ta jana chu chapter niam khat hinten. Okay, so then let's start. Masapena chu magnetic field ong ketile he diu masapen chu piham tele Biot-savart law na. Biot-savart law hi ipiaki mangham tele definition hi simle chun na. It gives the magnetic field due to a current carrying element at a given point. Element kiti chu neu chakhat na. So par example chu wire khatum chu wire kuna chu segment neu chakhat na do wala na he pen ju ke sai nei chu. So due to a current carrying element, so small segment, so due to that magnetic field is given by Biot-savart law na. A definition system tau according to Biot-savart law, the magnitude of magnetic field dB is proportional to current I, element dl inversely proportional to the square of the distance r na. It's a NCRT ko na kan la do heza mathematical azi dinga chu. So here you can see that the dB, okay, so this is proportional to I ti chula na masapena chu abana chu piham it is proportional to the length dl. Okay, length of the element dl abana chu piham it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance 1 by r square. Okay, so ichi ho hi combine le chun na iping po do di ha. So here I will have dB is proportional to I into dl divided by r square. Okay, chila hi constant hong ko ji chu piham. So definition chu chi jana is only one alang pi a full I gazi te na khabe. So let's skip this part and try to write the actual Biot-savart law. Chu piham tel so dB what's happening in terms of vector in so dB. So dB is equals to so mu naught by 4 pi. Also proportionality signs on the lado num vale he pen mu naught by 4 pi constant pi na l do na. So into mu naught into I chu karan na. So here you have dl cross r, so divided by so mod of r the whole cube. Okay, vector azi dinga chu pen hi Biot-savart law. So azo ha se se combine va in terms of vector energy wala na he Biot-savart law hong inten. So here let's try to put this in a box. Okay, so magnitude na zinum vale so hi vector is na vector form is so dB magnitude chu pi ha. So you will have here mu naught into I by 4 pi. So here I will have here dl into r to dl r sine theta chula na cross product formula ko. So here I will have here l into sine theta so divided by r square. Okay, it's a magnitude of magnetic field according to Biot-savart law na. Chichu pi ke sai na ham batang chala example chala hi wire khatum cho na chi wire khatum den chi wire chunga current hi I ti hote. Suppose I want to find out magnetic field due to a small part of this wire. Chichu pi ha let's take a small element hitin ga law na chi he chala ka hai. So this is the element here length chu let's say this is dl. Okay, dl cho saudan heza kutile I want to find out magnetic field at some point p here, let's say. Okay, kutile chila hena formula hebela chon r rom ke chula na dl ma dl chu he ta cho dl chu length of element heza r ke ti hi pi ha. So r ke ti chu so he chala dl pa da hi so given point pa chu na. So where you're supposed to find out the magnetic field he chala chan distance pa chu r ke ti cho. So usually the distance of vector direction of r chu hi ti hin beta. So it is from the element towards the given point. So here r. Okay. Khotile formula chila hi let's say the magnetic field at this point is let's say dB. Na dB chu pi. So how do you get dB? So mu naught I by 4 pi. So dl cross r divided by mod of r cube. Mod of r cube hi pi ham. So chila pada element apada hi points and distance pi ke sin. So this is mod of r. Okay, distance pa na. Okay, so Biot-savart law. So due to small element, if I want to find out magnetic field at the point P, it's like magnetic field ko hol no male. so that is given by Biot-savart law na he chi hi law hi cho prove im cham law na so direct a formula in easy ngon cho chalai he okay chu Biot-savart law is a next important thing to piham tele he chalai formula he vela chun chalai cross product cho so you will see here a cross product okay so which means finding direction of magnetic field is very very important okay he chalai magnetic field pa he na a magnitude chu chi hi hero ta cho khutila direction chu hoilang ha magnetic field direction chu hoilang idam chalai he cross product butang basic maths a cross product who right hand thumb rule pa khona he chi khun chi direction pa happy chu okay so let's try to see that one hotel cross product chu gavia so direction of cross product right hand thumb rule chu etiki bol sita suppose you have any two vector na a cross b direction here so how do you find the direction of a cross b hilanga he vector a chi chula na chilanga he vector b chi chula na hotel amani cross product direction chu hilanga am de ha so there are three steps you have to follow step number 1 chu biham so right hand thumb rule kati ja so right hand na man na right hand so point your right hand fingers towards the first vector the first vector so hoi che pen ha if you write a cross b ahung ma sapa he che pa first vector so ani na pa he second vector na khotele right hand so use your right hand and follow the first vector chilai ta bang ha che betaw che to so a chu hilanga chi chula na so you take your right hand and then you follow right hand fingers ang kiti lechon hi cho si si ke sei nei cho thumb pa jaw la dang si si na aji chu chalai ko na he ga be sale le re ha in tele he ta he diagram to kan bol cho so I hope you understand it na so I have tried to make it he thein chan he thein te ti ding was kan bol na chalai he so let's see so first step to right hand fingers chun first vector follow the na so that means like this okay so take your right hand you follow so point towards direction of a okay second step to pm face your palm towards the second vector to so na palm right hand palm pa chuna a lang na follow zo phala right hand palm pa chu so b pa he na face diu ta chu ti chu hela hebela chun a chu chilangam da so your palm is going like this to so b hi hoilang ha so now you try to face b so b hi chilangam chula na so now you turn your hand like this and face towards b okay right hand pa chuna so you have something like this to chu chilangai na follow chala na so okay you have followed like this now you turn it okay turn it towards b to so b chu tiam chala na tang se a cross b chu tiam chala chei okay tinga bolata na so chipa hi a tiu ten chipa hi b ti le hana je so chipa hi a za take your right hand follow the first vector now b pa he bla chon b pa he chilangam chala na la he so you take your right hand now your turn and face towards the second vector okay chilang pa so chipa he na so you face it like this okay so you face it towards b third and curl towards the second vector ta chon the face of phala to chon the fingers hoina ten curl bol la chon okay curl jong ngai lo na he jong la ru lam ja chu so it is something like this ita am chela na so he chipa he first vector pa follow okay, something like this ta he na so first vector pa ka follow chala na so now I have to face towards the second vector I can curl like this ta ki curl hai cho ta he na ta he so if you curl like this now you look at the thumb ke ya thumb I will jang chala na my back side kadung lang ko chala so the direction of thumb is the direction of cross product okay to chu chalai vela chun so when you curl it like this now your thumb in this case is pointing outwards out of the page point chala na chita banga he okay khutile he je thumb pa direction pa he chu direction of cross product dinai cha okay okay I think that's not going to explain what is na so I hope you understand this one he chi wang he te te ngai cho aji chom magnetism chapter a hi formula jo se na cross product ngan so q v cross b I l cross b na m into I cross a moment magnetic moment formula ho jong kho okay chu right hand thumb rule ja hotil he chi pa he na 2 inch line ga follow tu so what will you get so now you see so here there are some things you have to remember okay note ama sa pena chu dl pa hi direction ni tang so here you have dl cross r khutile dl hin jong direction anai ngai chula na dl direction chu hilang ha so here you have to understand that dl is along the direction of current okay current in a point na lang chu dl direction hi jing chu okay abana r hi hoilang di ha so r jong chu so r is from to element apa hai na element apa ra hi given point chan cho chalai pa hi chalai chan na r direction pa hi betao. So this is also important. R is from so element to towards tiu na, so towards given point. Okay, as is direction here ngai cross product direction cross product apply na dinga na, so right hand thumb rule apply na dinga a direction zongai first vector pa direction zongai abana second vector pa direction zongai chula na, so both of them are required. Okay, okay khutile chu follow leo chun to hi right hand first vector chu pi ha dl pa first vector chula na, r pa his second vector hisa, so you take your right hand you follow dl, so dl chu chilanga am ta chu. Okay, so now your right hand you follow this one itam ta chula na, so now you turn and face r pa his ngam chale na, so now you face r, and then so when you curl your fingers will curl like this, right hand right langa hila chun na, and then you'll see that your thumb will be pointing inwards, so this db is actually inwards. Inwards kung kiti phala chun cross I ki represent ji na, outward kiti chu dot. Okay, out of the page chu dot man yu na, cross ang kiti chu inward tina cho direction ahe na. Kasi so right hand apply bilang, so you take your right hand, you follow this one, and then you curl towards the second vector. You will observe that your thumb is pointing inwards. Okay, this is hilai inwards kiti chu piha example xy chu hichi plane pi xy hila chun z chu minus z chu inward chula na, minus k cap chu. Okay, we'll do more questions later on. Okay, lang pia direction hold on to Biot-savart law here due to na hechang choosing cho, so understand what is Biot-savart law formula pa here bilang na abala direction hold on pa chu hello chun, so that much is required. Okay, okay, let's try to okay, before moving on, PYQ khalnia kuna chuna ka vele hechi NCERT kuna kan la cho chipen here. So if you read NCERT, there are 1 2 3 4 points given. Ana sim bilang na, so I'm not going to go into much of detail. So first point here, both are long range. Since both are inverse dependent on the square of distance, hichi Coulomb's law to comparison to Biot-savart law pa na. Coulomb's law to ipida khabya, so F is equals to K into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Which is only inversely related to R square. So F is inversely related to R square. As well, Biot-savart law so here. So here dB is a magnitude of field parts of piha inversely proportional to R square. So distance square. So here both are long range forces. So both depend inversely on the square of the distance. So the principle of superpositions apply in both fields. Principle of superpositions apply a vector quantity apply vector addition na. Principle of superposition apply na. So that is the first point. Second point, electric field is produced by scalar sources, namely electrostatic force is produced by scalar source, namely electric charge. So magnetic field is also produced by vector source. As dl cross r to vector here. Okay. Electrostatic force kiti electric field pass source chu piha. So charge is charge in a produce electric field. So if a magnetic field he can produce some dl cross r current wire current baso na jipen. Okay. Electric field is along the displacement vector joining the source and the field point. Magnetic field is perpendicular to the point so here you just go through it. Okay, I think you'll understand. So optics so I think these things you can skip it 1 by root over mu naught into E naught. Okay, so these things you'll do in optics. NCERT ko nakalaza anasim leo no. So if you have time, you go through it. So first question. Biot-savart law gives us the expression for magnetic field strength of an infinitesimal current element of a current carrying conductor D. So due to current element of the wire, so which is carrying a current. So if you want to find out magnetic field, so you have to use Biot-savart law. Okay, chichu D. So Biot-savart law kimanna. So Biot-savart law is analogous to Coulomb's inverse square of charge, with former being related to the field produced by a source, as well as so directly from NCERT. Okay. Chilai simple chula na source khatpa source to vector is a khatpa source to scalar. So both are inverse dependent on the square of the distance. Okay, you just okay. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct na. Okay, then bana chu piham. So next you have one more. Hichita bang chat hi NCERT ya cho chipen here. Need exam avans ki dong khalo JEE ki dong kha chu chila chu question kan put mai mai chi. So you will have one exact question in NCERT solve example. Chilai pi chu piham. So yeah, they have given you DL. Okay, so DL is given. Hichilai pa hai na delta L ki ti DL ti nei cho. Right? So here DL is given. Okay, I'll just write it here. So DL chu piham. So delta X I cap. Okay, is placed at origin. Diagram आके पीछे ना चाहिए. A large current I equals to 10 ampere. So current so piham so 10 ampere. The magnetic field on the y-axis. The magnetic field on the y-axis at a distance of 0.5 from the HLI given point pa hai na. Chila hai magnetic field hold on. So what is B? So element distance so delta X is given as 1 centimeter. So that means this is 1 into 10 power minus 2 meter na I cap. So this is DL. I zong umta about R chu piham. So R chu hiti hichula na direction is yo from the element towards the given point. So R. Okay. So R magnitude of R zong kepicho mode of R. Here chu zat ham chila hi 0.5 meter. Okay, khutile question chun pi do ham magnetic field dole Biot-savart law na. So dB magnitude is equals to so mu naught by 4 pi into so current I into DL divided by DL sin theta divided by mode of R the whole square. Magnitude pa chamang leo chun. Okay, value po leo chun zat dia. So mu naught value kasai na lo ma chun si. Let's go back here. Hichilai mu naught value hipiam. So here you can write here where mu naught is called permeability of free space. Electrostatics are permittivity of free space epsilon naught to banga kona chila jong hi. So permeability of free space a value so piham 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Okay, so we'll see there na. Okay, then value po leochun. So mu naught 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 na. Abana cho khacho 4 pi. Okay. Current chuzat ham current cho 10. Okay. So DL to length of element chuzat ham so 10 power minus 2. Okay. 1 into 10 power minus 2 to 10 power minus 2 na. Into sin is at dihala hai. So if I write sin theta here na aso nungchi ke leochun formula aso chila hi DL cross R chu I can write this as DL into R into sin theta. So R gets cancelled out. You have R square here na. Kutile chila ya sin theta he biha is the angle between DL and R. Okay. So I can write this as A into B into sin theta. Cross product rule chu chula na chahiye. Ala he chala ya angle theta kiti pitina ham it is the angle between A and B. Okay. Vector 10 ki ka angle pa chu na chu theta hai ne chu. Khuti chala theta is at the question hai. So you have DL along the current dina na chahiye. So here this is DL current langa hai. Oh. This is direction pa hai current ko chu. So DL chalang miding chi R na. So they are perpendicular. So theta will be 90 degree. Okay, so sin 90 is 1 na. So divided by so 0.5 the whole square. Okay, 0.5 into 0.5 this is solve ta. So how much will you get? So 10 into 10 power minus 9 divided by so 5 into 10 power minus 1 to 5 are 25 into 10 power minus 2. So let's try to do further. So 100 into 10 power minus 10 tinjing kating chipen here. Anu ya pa 25 into 10 power minus 2. Okay. Aji chu 25 to 100 chu ki kat thei chula na 4. So here I will have here 4 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla. Okay, as you minus 2 chu na cancel wala minus 8 remaining. Oh. Okay, so answer is the first one. Okay, bana Biot-savart lo application khat na. Chu NCERT ko khat bose ke pija khat bol dewa. Ju bhem de circular loop na. If you have a loop, there is current in a loop, then you can find out magnetic field due to the loop. Okay. He explaining ay aha cho. Example offline class whiteboard to patia ki explain understanding on na. So but you try to understand as much as possible. Okay. He loop khat cho na. So here I have one loop here. Okay, so let's try to draw the loop like this. Adita chu loop chu aning lapa ta ke vi he jana heten velauchun ita bongan na mudi ha loop pa he. It will be something like this na. Aning lapa ko velauchun. Oh. So if you look at from the plane side, axis side, it will be circular na, properly circular. Kutile, let's say there is current in the loop. Current, so let's say it is going like this. Current I na. Atile topmost point of current who velauchun itin mudi ha. It will be out of the page na. So current will be out of the page. Anuya velauchun current will be into the page. Okay. Achung apa out of the page ong heding anuya pa inwards. Okay. So on the axis of this coil and this loop. So at one point I want to find out the magnetic field due to the loop. Okay. Hiji point pa let's say center apa distance x agam hlatifte. Okay. So direct hichi loop aku na. So due to this loop I cannot find magnetic field here directly. Okay. So I have to do some sort of integration. As I keep on going, so the direction of magnetic field at the point P will change. Okay. In value depends na. Ale magnetic field holding I need to take small element here. Okay, so let's take small element. So this small element here. So depend here, let's say this is DL tube. Element pa length to DL tube. Kutila DL to along the current itu na. Ale topmost point I current direction hi lang ham. Aning lapat tin vilauchun. So it will be something like this. Loop so current will be coming out. Anu lang vilauchun current will be going in. Kutila current outward hilachun DL jong so outward direction hingai na. So therefore this is outward. Okay, DL so ale R2 ipitiuta. So R2 it is from the element towards the given point. Okay, so this is R. Magnitude of R who formula ki mangzana magnitude sa dingham. So let's say radius of the circular part is R. Then so mod R will be what? So that is x square plus R square under root na. Aji chu Pythagoras theorem banglao chun. Hila right angle triangle omjala na jila he. Gx here gr hila chun x square plus R square chu. So this is the hypotenuse. Okay. So what else do we need? Okay, now I need to find out magnetic field at P. Kutil mas apena direction view to magnetic field direction jo hilang deha. Right hand thumb rule so apply lo chun. Mas apena so DL na. So DL take your right hand, so your right hand will be pointing outwards. Okay. You take your right hand, it will be pointing outwards. Now you face your palm towards this side. R vector pa chin lang na. Hilang pa face bol lo chun. So if you face this side, you'll see that your thumb will be pointing along this side. And try ta kaya hi kapet so dan aha chu chila hina ka so thelo so jong len he thelo diuza to chu chila hi and try belang. So you take your right hand, so first DL, so your right hand will be pointing outwards. You face your palm towards R and then you curl. Okay, your thumb will be pointing along this side. So this will be your magnetic field. So at some angle theta tiute. Okay, tun chita banga hina element na kalaki bilang na. So if I take another element here and find the magnetic field at this point, right hand thumb will mangkit leng chila hi dB hi chilang call. So dB will be like this. So now if I take the component of dB na, so component of dB la leng hilang hi dB sin theta am da chulang. So dB sin theta am ding hilang hi dB cos theta am dicho. Okay. So so due to this, if I find out the component, if I find a component of this one, so dB sin theta chu chilang am ding. Okay. Abale dB cos theta khat chu chilang am da chu. Na. Hotel value chun chita banga element chum kala bon sakya kan la phala chun he dB sin theta hoi opposite churena. They are equal and opposite, so now they will cancel out. All the dB sin theta component will get cancelled out. All the dB cos theta component will add up as if they are all in the same direction. Okay. Step khali ni kan skip bichu chala here. So therefore magnetic field dB. Okay. So ilole B tipta na che B chu piung di ham, so it will be integral so dB cos theta. Cos theta si cho bon an go phom na ye diu ta so. Okay, you have to do integration. As you sin theta zo si ki cancel da chula na chla he. Okay. So then what is dB here? So Biot-savart apply la chun dB hi pi de ha. So mu naught into I by 4 pi into dl into sin theta chu zat ha. So sin theta hilaya sin theta tang. So when you write sin theta by r square hilaya sin theta pa to hen chilai theta pa to chilai theta ba ki banglo cho he chilaya theta pa ipm, it is the angle between dl and r na. So dl so outward his r chu chilang his they are perpendicular. Okay, so here sin 90, so it will be 1. So I am not going to write theta here. So by r square so pm, so x square plus r square. Okay, so chung hitin value pi put lo chuna la integral so mu naught into I by 4 pi into so dl divided by so x square plus r square chi dB ta cho khutile cos theta ho pi ha. So what is cos theta in this triangle? Na hilai theta hilai chun chilang paung theta cho. So this is also theta. Okay, isong theta ho di ya. So what is cos theta? So r divided by hypotenuse. Okay, so this will also be theta. So cos theta in the triangle will be so r divided by so hypotenuse to x square plus r square. Okay, so now you solve this one. Integral to so constant ho sisil do leo chun, so mu naught jang constant, current jang constant by 4 pi to so r jang constant ding, so divided by x square plus r square power 3 by 2. Okay, Ebola 3 by 2 ang poram. Suppose let's say this is a, so this whole thing is what? This is root a na. So a into root a, so a power 3 by 2 tinay cho. Okay. Kotila variable so biha dl bo say variable so na. So only this is changing. Okay. So I write integral dl. So this is b. Kotila dl so hula pada hula na integrate dio ha. So chilai pada hi you go all the way. So circumference of the circle. So limit will be from 0 to 2 pi r. Okay. Kutile, so you have integration of dx to piha. Integration of dx to x chulana. So integration of dl is l. So you have to put the limit from 0 to 2 pi r. Okay. 2 and 2 pi r hesunga koilud bechun. So you'll simply have so mu naught into I by 4 pi. So L to pm 2 pi r. Now after integration you'll have 2 pi r. So divided by x square plus r square the whole power 3 by 2. R khat saum na lai r khat saum. Okay. So now here 2 pi into 2 is 4 pi. So finally so magnetic field will be so mu naught into I into r square divided by 2 into x square plus r square power 3 by 2. Formulas on by heart. So magnetic field due to a current carrying circular loop at a point along its axis. Na? So mu naught into mu naught I r square divided by 2 into x square plus r square power 3 by 2. X by a variable. It is simply the distance of this given point from the center of the loop. Okay, chom depending akan chom sana derivation cho. So I hope you understand this one. Next is to mama cho na. I think I have okay, one more thing here. Azo loop pa chu b chu pa. So b was so mu naught into I into r square, so divided by 2 into x square plus r square power 3 by 2. Okay, kutile na. So at the center of the loop, magnetic field is at the ha. butang azawa diagram to center kiti chu chula hi chula na. So if you want to find a magnetic field at this point, x value is at the center ai 0 ta chula na x chu. So you bring this point here, hin tol vela center ang koila chun chula x 0 ta chu x om talaw na. So if I put x equals to 0 in the formula, so here magnetic field at the center will be so mu naught into I into r square divided by 2 into r square power 3 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled out. So you will have r cube na. So r square gets cancelled out. So you will have here b at the center of the coil will be so mu naught into I so divided by 2r. Okay, na LCD o chepenzong. So this is at the center of the loop. Hi loop kharbo se chula na. So question ang kedong ji khu for n number of loop, let's say in general. Okay, ga generalize lesson. So for n loops. So here this formula will be, so you will have b will be n into mu naught into I divided by 2 into r. N times the tacho magnetic field cho. Okay, so remember this one na. Okay, question khalini ga solve ate. So first question is the magnetic field on the axis of the circular loop radius kp na. So radius is 100 centimeter, carrying a current of √2 ampere, and at a given point 1 meter away from the center kiti chu x value kp tina chula hai. So x should be 1 meter. So what is that? Direct formula apply lechun. So b is equals to so mu naught into I into r square divided by 2 into x square plus r square power 3 by 2. Now mu naught is katita 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 kati chula na. Current chu √2 kp r square r so pm 100 centimeter chu 1 meter tina so chula hi. So 1 square. So divided by 2 into x suzat kpm x to 1 kp na 1 square plus r jong to pm r jong to 1, so power 3 by 2. So 2 are 4. So 2 √2 into pi into 10 power minus 7. So divided by so 1 plus 1 to 2. 2 power 3 by 2 suzat ha. So 2 power 3 by 2. So 2 cube 1 by 2 tina chila na itang kibol chila. So that means 8 1 by 2. So which means √8 chu piha √8 chu 2 √2 tina chu. Okay. So you will have here 2 √2. So 2 √2 gets cancelled out. Pi chu piha 3.14 into 10 power minus 7 Tesla. Okay, 3.14 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, last one. So direct application na formula by hat teng lai cho chi hi by. Okay, next one. The magnetic field at the center of the current carrying circular loop R. So here you're given what? B kp na magnetic field kp. So that means 16 into 10 power minus 6 Tesla. Micro kiti 10 power minus 16 is na. So x to that x to √3 into r. Center value kp so at the distance of okay. So here they give you at the center it is this one na. It's b at the center is b at x power x √3 r pass is dingam. Okay, let's say. So b at the center so b not na. So to be have been mu naught into I by 2r chula na jala him. So this value was given to be 16 into 10 power minus 6. Okay. Khudile to hi b at x tuta. Yeah. So b at √3 r. So x u mu naught into I divided by 2 into x square. So √3 into r the whole square plus r square power 3 by 2. Okay, you solve this one. So mu naught into I divided by 2 into asunga ko pia √3 square to 3 jula na 3r square plus r square power 3 by 2. So which is mu naught into I. So divided by 2 into 4r square. So 4r square power 3 by 2. It's equal solve the chun about them. So 4 power 3 by 2. Okay, so I can write this as 2 square power 3 by 2. Okay, so 2 gets cancelled out. I will have here 2 cube, so which is 8. Now, about r square power 3 by 2 2 cancel out, you'll have r cube. Okay, so that means you have mu naught into I divided by, so 2 into 8r cube. Okay, that's r on the line. Okay, got solve legend. So r gets cancelled out. You have r square. 2 into h is 16. It doesn't lie, so this will be 16. So you have mu naught into I, so divided by 16 into r. Okay, I can do something like this. I can do 1 by 8 into mu naught into I divided by 2 into r. Okay, value so this value I have here, I can put it here. So here I will have 16 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 8. Okay, so 2 into 10 power minus 6 na. 2 micro question in terms of micro na. So therefore this is 2 micro Tesla. Okay, answer is 2. Okay, bana a tightly wound 100 turn coil of radius kipina. So R to 10 centimeter. Current current to 7 ampere. So the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of the coil is center of the coil formula chepita. So mu naught into I by 2r na. About for n number of loops pacho. So B is equals to, so n into mu naught into I divided by 2r. Okay. Here n is a n here 100 na. So 100 into, so 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into current to 7. So divided by 2 into radius to 10 centimeter. 10 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, solve this one. So 2 are 4. So pi 22 by 7 ga na. So 10 gets cancelled out. So 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 5. So I will have here 10 into, so 2 into 22 by 7 into, so 7 into 10 power minus 5. Okay, so 7 gets cancelled out. 2 are 4, 4, 4, 0 into 10 power minus 5. Option ako in terms of milliamp let's try to write in terms of milli. So I can write here 4.4 into 10 power minus 3. Now, so this is 4.4 millitesla. Okay. So option C. Okay, next part. So here as a circular loop circular loop also. So we know that ita loop so center if the radius is r, so be at the center chupita mu naught into I by 2r so let's say current is I okay, so loop half in ga so if I try to do this into half, if I have a semicircular loop okay, if I cut the whole overall loop into half, so magnetic field at O is at the so here magnetic field at O will be, so mu naught into I by 2r who half in bolation. So you will have by 4r. Okay, into half in bolation to 2r 4 na. Further, if I cut it into half, now I will have a quarter. Okay, quarter na. So here radius is r. Okay, so at point O, if I want to find out magnetic field is at the so B will be half of this value. So which means mu naught into I divided by 8r. Okay, achidan chun he table chalana lai. Okay, chichu hung za eva chu exam ako suppose they give you some like particular angle nan view. So here let's say they give you so part of a loop. X, Y, and Z did not. So here let's say you have part of a loop like this. So chalai karan so angle theta. So at the center O, magnetic field is at the here. So how do you do this one? So quarter racho by 8R is a semicircular racho by 4R is a na. So over so whole loop racho by 2R is a. If I have part of this, so which subtend an angle theta at the center. Okay. Kutila magnetic field is at the. So here in general, so the magnetic field will be theta divided by 2 pi. Okay. So into mu naught I by 2R. So for any angle, if they give you 60 degree here, you put 60 in terms of radian. Na radian and convert ngai. Example to chalai theta equals to 60 yung ni chola na. Radian so it convert Japan here. So radian achu 60 into pi by 180 to multiply deu na la here. So 6 3 are 18. So pi by 3. So pi by 3 pi he theta akon put leo chun. Theta khel kon na. Okay, so that is how you find out na. Okay, chalai magnetic fields at the example theta to 60 here chun. So pi by 3. So divided by 2 pi into mu naught into I divided by 2R na. So here you'll have 3 2 are 6 6 2 are 12. So you'll have mu naught into I by 12R. Okay, so this will be your magnetic field na. Okay, bana here. Question na. So figure shows a current loop having two circular arcs joined by two radial lines. Find the magnetic field at O. It's a magnetic field due to straight line hockey ball masal and ball that's a ball is na. But anyway, so straight line pine ball is na. So it's like ABC relation na. So ABC relation. So if you look at all of this, so current is going like this. You have one quarter here, straight lined, and a quarter here na. So net magnetic field too is that here. See here you have the knot. So pazong imandiwa na like knot. So knot to piham if a wire a conductor na, if a wire so wire na use so passes through the given point. Okay, then a magnetic field due to so that part is 0. Because BC pa wire pa so it is passing through the given point na. So AD is also passing through the given point. Okay. Now so in that means here due to BC it is 0, B is 0, and due to AD B is also 0. Okay, I'll say that's part question in solve parliament point here. So that means remaining part to CD to hin AB papo say helana. So first, what is the magnetic field due to AB? So okay, in general angle so hilai quarter hilo so theta haokipiit na in general. So in general you have theta divided by 2 pi. Okay, into mu naught into current so I divided by 2R, so 2 into A. Anya pa radius hi A chola na, alin pa radius B hisa. So and what is the magnetic field due to CD? DC. Hichu theta divided by 2 pi into mu naught I by 2B. Okay. Hichu ta chola na. And one more thing, direction of magnetic field due to circular loop. Okay. As well as explain that explain that I'll just go back here. Is also because loop ahi, so due to this it will be away from the loop na. You can also use again right hand thumb rule. Okay, right hand thumb rule loop ahi is beta. Suppose I have a loop like this. Suppose I have a loop here. So current let's say it is going so it is going like this. So you take your right hand and you follow, you curl along the current. Okay, you curl along the current. So if I curl it like this, so your thumb will be pointing outward. Thumb direction is magnetic field direction. Okay. right? So here you take your right hand and then you curl towards the current. Okay, so that means your right hand will be so something like this. If you curl towards the current, now current here. So in this case, current is like this. If you curl your right hand towards the current, your thumb will be pointing towards this direction. Okay, so that is the direction of magnetic field. Circular loop haokipiit photphotale magnetic field direction measured na hold on chu. So take your right hand, you curl along the current, your thumb will be pointing towards the magnetic field. So direction of magnetic field due to loop okay, so due to loop. So curl right hand fingers along current. Okay, along current, then thumb points towards magnetic field. Okay, it's a question. Okay, in this question, so you take your right hand, if you curl, if you take your right hand, you curl it along this side, your thumb will be pointing outward direction. Try na. So that means, so AB will be outwards. Dot ka koi cho CD pa you take your right hand, you curl it along the side, so then your thumb will be into the page. So that means inwards. Okay. So A so nyao zo na denominator nyao zo overall value so lin zo. So that means here BAB is greater. So B net so biham. So B net will be so BAB plus BDC. Sign convention in mandu chujala hai. Direction के बात आलो जा ना खत पा ही example outward पा ही positive नला वाले inward पा ही negative नला देते होंगे. Okay, so if you take this as positive, you have to take the other one as negative. Okay, so in this case, I will take this as positive and this as negative. So I will try to solve them. So mu naught into I by 2a. So plus minus so theta divided by 2 pi into mu naught into I divided by 2b. As inward to negative phase is a solve lesson. So theta by 2 pi is common. 2 are 4 pi. So mu naught into I. So here I will have 1 by A minus 1 by B. Okay, so I can do the rest na calculation here. Okay, so that is the answer. Okay, next you have Ampere circuital law na. Ampere circuital law hi electrostatics a Gauss law pa ko na. Chito hong kibang so. Kibang ti chu format pa hai na. Example bitang Gauss law chipita. So Gauss law. So it was integral B into dA. B kata electric field na. E into dA. So this is equals to Q in divided by epsilon naught. Chicho na Gauss law cho. So how do you write Ampere circuital law? So Ampere's circuital law. Chizong chu again integral to so E khela cho B hong da cho. So B into so A khela cho DL element pa cho na. So this is equals to so mu naught into Q in khela cho I in. Okay. So this is Ampere circuital law. Okay, so same thing. Closed loop ahong ke banala chon na. So here again B is due to all elements tivte. All currents na. Abale I in so piha. So sum of currents B is the due to the sum sum of all elements current sum of magnetic field due to all currents na but I in sum of currents due to enclosed elements ahilole current aki enclosed habo se na chu I in is bana b due to all. With an example, suppose I have so something like this: current I1, I2, I3, and then let's say I4 to there. Okay, so now I have one loop here. Suppose like this. Yeah, kutil Ampere's law so here if I want to write Ampere's law, I have to write here integral. So here remember B is due to all the current. So that means B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4 na. So B2 due to all the current is so into DL. So this is equals to DL ke ti chala it's by Ampere's loop zong ke ti na. NCRT so the length of this one na DL. So this is equals to mu naught into I in which is inside the loop so I2 na inward he plus ila vale outward to negative na outward to plus ila vale inward to negative. So let's say in outward is plus hotel I2 minus I3 plus I4. Okay, so this is how you write it na. Okay, bana hi question khat na hi Zemin question is na Japan here. Actually there is an example solve example in your NCRT textbook. Okay, solve example in general r distance inside the wire to r distance outside the wire ke pizza na chala hi a by 2 to 2a ke pizza if ang solve la ki bang so kin hi chipen ka try ding ka him bolding textbook pe chun hona try ta na. Okay, so you're given that there is a long straight wire, cylindrical wire, okay, radius is a keep radius so r yeah keep in here. So they ask you at a point a by 2 and 2a from the axis so see axis alai ta hai. So this is the axis of the wire. So I have to find out gasoline na so understand. So let's say the wire is this big. Okay, hitia cylindrical wire parts na. So here distance is a, radius is a na. Okay, that means I need to find out at a by 2. So a by 2 chila hi Ampere's circular law can apply it so I have see Gauss law ke apply ding ako Gaussian surface ngai cha chula na chuto banga chu Ampere's circular law apply ding chu Ampere's loop ngai cha so I have to draw one loop here, so something like this. Okay, so here heje sunga current umjat he na, so how much current is going inside heje pen he down, so it is something like this. Heje total current in total current hi total current pa hi I ki pi chula na khutile heje sunga heje area sungbo si current hi flow pa hi I sangai hlom sori cho. Okay, so heje ju zat de so here we have to find out something called current per unit area. So charge per unit area home chula na chita banga chu. So here we have something called current per unit area. Suppose hechalai sunga hena let's say here the current flowing current flows out so let's say small I na kutile small I divided by area of this small part is at pi r square, pi into a square by 4, pi a by 2 whole square chula. So this should be equals to overall current to I is area to pi a square na chu current per unit area to ki bang bang zin so it is same across any point inside the wire. Okay, so conductor chunga charge per unit area sigma ko akiba abang ako na every point on the conductor, so charge per unit area is same chita mga chu like conductor sunga any point any section you take, so here the current per unit area will be same as chu chi uniform cho. Okay, because the current is uniformly distributed, so any section if you inside the wire the current per unit area is constant in this na kutile chalai sunga current per unit area so I divided by area of this cross section area pa hai na, so this has to be same as total current into total area. Kutile pi gets cancelled out, a square gets cancelled out, small I just adding 4 times of I by 4 so na, so I by 4. Okay, kutile h small section sunga current flows out in terms of total aso na. So therefore, if I apply Ampere's law, so magnetic field, so B into, so DL. So DL so piha, length of the loop, Ampere's loop, who 2 pi R na circle also. So 2 into pi into R, so A by 2. So this would be equals to mu naught into current so I by 4. Okay, so let's say this is a B1 tutor na, B nyopa. So here BI is equals to, so 2 gets cancelled out. So mu naught into I divided by pi into A. Okay. So this is the magnetic field. So at the point A by 2 inside. Okay. So abana they ask you 2A outside na. So I have another point 2A outside. Similarly, here is on Ampere's loop ga draw leochun. So Ampere's loop will be like this. Okay, so let's say here this is a B2 tutor na outside pa here. So here B2 will be what? B2 into, so 2 pi R, so 2 pi into 2A. B into DL should be equals to mu naught into, so whatever is current inside the loop na, to he loop pa sunga current inside total current upon kaya sunga na. So here it will be mu naught into I. Okay, so here B2 will be what? B2 will be, so mu naught into I divided by 2 to 4 pi A. Okay, atsunga ho, so 4 pi A na atsunga ko. Okay, so it is same na. So what will be the ratio? Ratio will be 1:1. Okay. Okay, apana magnetic field due to straight wire na. Jipen hi Ampere's circuital law application. So jipen hi apply na za. So but I'm going to give you different thing here. Ampere's law pa juka manlo so chalai. Suppose you see you have a wire, finite wire tutor na. So let's say, so wire here. Hi, let's say at a point, some point P, I have to find out magnetic field. And the point by, let's say, distance of D tutor na. So perpendicular distance of the point from the wire is D. Wire pahin. So let's say wire is AB. So it makes an angle theta 1 na tutor. So from A, and it makes an angle of theta 2. Okay, let's say this theta 2. Okay, from B na. So perpendicular distance is that D tutor. So perpendicular distance. So I have a wire AB. So I need to find out magnetic field at P na. Kutile hechi wire pahin point A padahi angle is a subtenum theta 1 subten na. So B padahi angle is a subtenum theta 2 subten na. Kutile B point P magnetic field is that dingham. So at point P, magnetic field will be given by, so mu naught into I, this I is current, so wire current pi na. So by 4 pi D into sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. It's a MLC zing so na formula pi na. Theta 1 should be so it's like perpendicular distance aparahi itana measure vale na itana measure vale angle pasu theta 1 is so perpendicular distance aparahi itana measure vale chun angle pasu theta 2 hechi value pasu pull chun chilahi magnetic field posing le chon. Okay, example ka bolata na. Suppose I have a loop here, loop ka tia straight wire na chilahi current I cho. So let's say A B tip. Kotil I want to find out point P ahi magnetic field. Okay, so let's say it makes an angle of 45 tilde. Okay, it's lazong here 45 tilde. Okay, because the magnetic field at P is that so B at P should be equals to mu naught into I divided by 4 pi perpendicular distance to A tilde na sila here. A की तीज में जो चला है distance के सही जो चला है नहीं distance पाए है ना. So this is A. So 4 pi A into sine 45 plus sine 45. Okay, so sine 45 so 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 na. So here 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 so biham. So 2 by root 2, so which is root 2. Okay, so that means I will have here root 2 into mu naught into I by 4 pi A. Okay, this is so solve there. So now mu naught into I by, so 2 root 2 into pi into A. Okay, so this is your magnetic field. Direction chala. So DL to chala chiding. Okay, R to wire apala points and na. So DL cross R bolation. Your right hand, if you curve it along the side, it will be inward. Okay, so this is inward. Okay. So now if I have a infinite wire. Okay, I want to find out magnetic field due to this infinite wire at a point P. To formula pa sa bangle ibizan hang podo de. So to sa butang hichilang n pa hi infinity am chala na. So if I try to draw till infinity, you will see that this angle is 90 degree. Okay, chuta ba sa lang khalang so infinity chan chala na. If I try to draw this, I will get a parallel, almost parallel wire. Okay, so that means theta, another theta is also 90. Kutile a formula so ga apply lechon. So here B will be so mu naught into I divided by 4 pi d, okay, into sine 90 plus sine 90. So sine 90 to 1, sine 90 to 1, you will get 2. So that means mu naught I by 2 pi d. Okay, so you have to remember. So due to infinite wire to, so magnetic field due to infinite wire. Okay. So that is mu naught I by 2 pi d. So if I have a semi-infinite wire, so wire goes like this till infinity. Na? So I want to find out at a point P. Theta 1, theta 2 is at. So if I try to draw, so theta 1 till infinity, na infinity. So that means this angle from the perpendicular distance, this is 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree. So here this is the end point. So here this is 0 degree. Okay, theta to 0 ta. So we have to go till here. Example here theta 1 measure the angle theta 2. But now you don't have any part of wire here. So that means theta 2 is 0. So that means I will have here so B will be mu naught into I by 4 pi d. Okay, so sine theta 1 to 90 cut to 0. Okay, so you will have B equals to so mu naught into I by, so sine 90 to 1 plus 0 to 1 na, so 4 pi d. Okay. Sipen here magnetic field due to semi-infinite wire. Okay. So mu naught I by 2 pi d to mu naught I by 4 pi d na. Aso lang loop tia batang full loop to half a formula to half chala na chita banga cho hi half bolachun into half bolachun you'll get this value. As you semi infinite wire para semi infinite pa cho half an tan walachun you'll get semi infinite wire na. Okay, now let's try to solve questions based on these things na. So first question. So if you have an infinite hita na current so direction of magnetic field in the hold again right hand thumb rule. You grab the wire. Grip rule you grab the wire so the thumb will be pointing along the current. Current langa so thumb point bilang grab bolachun so the direction of your fingers will be direction of magnetic field. Okay. It's internet ami akan manjana. Okay. So the shape of magnetic field lines due to infinite long straight wire is a circular. Okay. So wire pa hai. Suppose if you look it from the top, you will see that the current is outward. Okay. So magnetic field will be like this. Okay. So inward helation. Right hand thumb will be pointing inwards. Na thumb in asong lang coalition, your fingers will be clockwise direction. Okay, will be clockwise. So two long wires A and B carrying equal currents. Hichalaya wire teni na cheteni. So the wire so actually they are going into the plane object ahita okay ki represent hisana. So it is something like this. Wire ni ma. So if you look it from the top, okay. So current is like this. Current on that na. So top upper nan view valachon it will be so something like this. Are placed parallel to each other with separation 4 centimeter between them. Find the magnetic field at point P, Q, and R. Okay. So P, Q, R. So mas apena P kun hold na. So at P, due to the first wire, so it A, B kiti na long wires A and B. So at point P due to A, okay. Direction hi lang ha. So due to A velocity A he outward chalana, so again direction will be like this, okay. So that means at P will be towards this side. Now so magnetic field will be along this side. So B due to A, and similarly B due to B, magnetic field will also be along this side. As you B zong he current outward chalana, so it will be something like this. So something like this. So at this point it will be towards this side along the tangent na. So first let's see. So B at P due to so B due to A plus B due to B. So that means mu naught into I divided by infinite wire chopita 2 pi D churana. So 2 pi into D. So PPKP ala here. So here mu naught to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 na. Mu naught into current to 10 ampere. So divided by 2 pi into D. So D to 2 centimeter. 10 power minus 2. It's here due to this wire, okay? Upon so plus. So again mu naught I by mu naught into I divided by current kibang na. So 2 pi into D. So D 2 D is at ta. So due to this, D is this whole thing na here. So that means 6 centimeter. So 6 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, you solve this one. So 2, 2, 2 gets cancelled out. So 2, so this is 3. So I will have here 10 power 10 into 10 power minus 5 plus 10 into 10 power minus 5 divided by 3. Okay, so to solve lesson you have 3, 1, 4 by 3. So 40 by 3 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So ban to solve lesson na decimal hong po sa 13.33. So P na hisa Q na ang kabolding R na hinaw na trizing tao. So here the first is at P at point P. So now let's see at point Q. So at Q you see, so due to this HLI relation, so due to wire A magnetic field direction tayam chala na tayo. So it will be something like this. Okay, so that means at Q it is upward tilted na chala here. So that means here B due to A is upward. Okay, abana due to B, so magnetic field chala here B here. So it will be something like this. So that means here it will be downwards. So B due to B is downwards. Okay, achung lang ho plus na la wala nui lang minus na la ngay na. So therefore, so B at Q will be so B due to A plus B due to B. So that means again same thing mu naught I by 2 pi D. So mu naught to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into I choose at ham 10 ampere. Okay, mu naught I by 2 pi D. So 2 pi into D to be ham 2 centimeter. 2 into 10 power minus 2 plus. To hi plus kasi wang he chila hi minus umita cha. Okay, as you be ham direction ki banglo na. He chila hi due to A pi achung lang pa hi positive ilaw wale nui lang ko pa so negative ilaw ngai ta cha. Okay. So that means I will have here 4 pi into, so 10 power minus 7 into 10 divided by 2 pi D. So 2 pi into D choose at ha. So 2 into 10 power minus 2. So that means you'll have 0. Okay, at Q it will be 0. It's the most R rang whole calculation. Oh, so you try R part na. Okay, another one. Two parallel wires P and Q placed at separation 6 centimeter. It's 6 centimeter. Okay, carrying electric currents I1 to 5 here 5 ampere, I2 to 2 ampere. So in opposite direction as shown in the figure. Find the point on the line PQ where the resultant magnetic field is 0. This question kan koina ji na. So we have solved similar question like this in electrostatics. To charge ni yung ki koya lesson na. So find the point where the net force is 0. Find the point where the net field is 0, net potential is 0 kitiyum sila na. Chita banga cho chalai jong hi. So find the point where the net magnetic field is 0. Hilaya tang heji question solve like a point ni ka say penso. So if they are of the same nature, if the two charges are of the same nature, it should be in between them na. If the two charges are of different, it will be on the side of the smaller kitiyum sila na. So here you apply the same thing. Current in current in direction ki bang locho. So direction ki bala it will be on the side of the smaller current. Okay. Example direction pass ki bang khatale it will be in between. So depends ki apply ki thai cho chala hi. Okay, so that means the point will be somewhere here. So let's say point P. Chala hi magnetic field 0 cho. Okay. So if I want to find out at P magnetic field due to I1, chip the invert chala na ji. So if it is invert, your magnetic field will be like this. Right hand thumb will apply lotion na. So it will be like this. So that means at point P also it will be downwards. So this is due to BP. Abana so due to Q by outward chala na. So that means magnetic field will be like this. Okay, so that means at this point it will be upwards katina. So this is B due to Q. Okay. BP choose ding ham mu naught I by 2 pi d. So mu naught into value pun ngai na mu naught into I choose ham due to P I is 5 divided by 2 pi into D. So D choose ham. So let's say chalai distance by x due na ji. So that means I will have here 6 plus x. Okay. Abana to BQ. So BQ is at ham. So 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into current to 2. So divided by, so 2 pi into x. Okay. So question also resultant magnetic field is 0 ke teacher na. So that means these two are actually equal. Okay, they are equal and opposite, so they will get cancelled out. So resultant to 0 so that means you equate these two. So 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into 5. So divided by 2 pi into 6 plus x should be equals to, so 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into 2. So divided by 2 pi x. Okay, you solve this one. So everything gets cancelled out. So remaining is 5x should be equals to 6 to 12 plus 2x. Okay, so here, so 3x is equals to 12. So therefore x is equals to 4 centimeter. So this is your answer, na? Okay, bana. A very long conducting wire is bent into semicircular shape from A to B. As shown in the figure, the magnetic field at P for steady current configuration is given by. Okay, so now we come into one particular type of question. Na? So I can break this whole thing into 3 parts. Iya para hilang sisi semi-infinite wire cut na. So B para jang sisi semi-infinite wire cut abale hijai ka ahi semicircle. Okay. So let's say due to this part is B1. So due to semicircular part is B2. Okay. So due to this is B3. Kutala B1 plus B2 plus B3 net magnetic field ke dong sula na magnetic field at P. Okay. Kutala B1 kuzat dingham so mu naught I by 4 pi d na. So current so I is by 4 pi into so D chu pi ha. So wire para points and gamla dan hi si R sula na si. So 4 pi R. Kutala direction chu hilang de ha. So take your right hand, you follow the current. So this is DL. Bana DL cross R. R jo silang na. So from wire to the point. So DL cross R. So that means your fingers will be pointing inwards. Right hand thumb rule na. So that means this is inwards. Abana chu B2. So B2 jo circular part ko na. So current jo tia chi isa. So mu naught I by is at the 4R hello na. So by 2R cho whole loop is a half to by 4R. Kutile loop acho iti ki bolzita right hand thumb rule mama is a right hand rule mama is. So you curl your fingers along the current. Then your thumb will be pointing outwards here. Okay. So that means chipahi outward direction. B3. B3 padang semina. So mu naught into I divided by 4 by R. Kutile hilahi DL chu chalanga chi chulana. DL is along the current. And the R is from the wire to the given point. So you take your right hand, you curl it along like this. It will be inwards. Okay, now you add all of these three. So B net will be, so B1 plus B2 plus B3. So B1 plus B3 is at the, so 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Na? So mu naught into I divided by 2 pi R. So this is inward. Inward part of plus nala vale outward part of minus. Let's say this is plus, then outward will be minus. So mu naught into I by 4R. Okay, so how much is this? So mu naught into I to command by 2R on command. Na? So that means I will have here 1 by pi minus 1 by 2. Okay, option ako mu naught I by 4R into 1 minus 2 by, okay, you take 4R here. So that means you'll have here 2, you'll have here 1. Okay, mu naught I by 4R common na. So 2 by pi minus 1, 1 minus 2 by pi. Okay. As you chalahi 1 minus omzia, ehon chalahi betang. Hiji inward pi positive vilava, outward pi negative vilau. So question I bought ke ham tele. So here they have taken that this is positive and this is negative. Okay. Answer ju ki bang thau thau. Alright, confused vale na, you can just do it like this. So you take outward as positive and inward as negative. So that means you'll have, so mu naught I by 4R, so minus mu naught into I by 2 pi R. Okay. As you chu hechite in solve valachun mu naught I by 2 pi R hong pot dijana la. As you chu direction ki bang, so you can just add them. So here you take mu naught I by 4R common. So remaining will be 1 minus, so 2 by pi. Okay. So overall hi hulang diha. Overall is outwards. Okay. As you do, here you have a positive value. Na? Positive part of APA zoom. We have assumed that outward is positive. So the final answer turns out to be positive, which means it is outward direction. Okay. So mu naught I by 4R into 1 minus 2, it should be pointed away from the page, not into the page. Okay, next similar question. Infinite wire has a circular bend of radius A and carrying current I as shown in the figure. The magnitude of magnetic field at O. O ti cholaya pa hai na. So here O. So you have a semi. So here you have a semi-circular, semi-infinite na. Semi-infinite. So here you have a part of a loop. So that means 3. So let's say chipahi B1 tutin. So part of a loop is B2 tutin. So this is B3. Okay. Then what is B1? So B1 will be, so mu naught into I by 4 pi A. Okay. Direction ko ilang diha. So DL is along the current and R is from the element to the watch the point. So you have to curve it like this, right hand na. So you will be pointing inwards. Thumb will be pointing inwards. So similarly, B2 ko biha. So B2 who so you have to measure like this. It is at 270. Okay, 3/4 to 270. Now 272. So how much is this? So pi by 180. So here you will have 3 pi by 2. Okay, so I will have here 3 pi by 2. So divided by 2 pi into mu naught I by 2R. 2A. Kaya theta by 2 pi, masa theta by 2 pi kasi pensiona bolang kasi pacho. So you apply that one. So here you have 3 into mu naught I. So divided by 3 2 or 6 2 2 or 8 na 8R. Okay, so this is current evaluation. Current is going clockwise direction. So you take your right hand, you curl it along the current, so you will be pointing inwards. Okay, So now next part is B3. So B3 is also in semi-infinite wire, and the thing here is that B3 will be 0. Now ibola 0 diha. So you see this wire, so this wire passes through the given point. Okay, as lang pe anmor kasi paso. If you remember, so this one. If a wire passes through the given point, okay, then the magnetic field due to that part of the wire will be 0. Okay, so here, so it passes through the given point, so magnetic field due to that is 0. So that means B net is B1 plus B2 plus B3. Na? So mu naught into I by 4 pi A. Okay, so plus 3 into mu naught into I by 8R. Okay, so mu naught into I, PV common la thai ha. So divided by 4 R to A. So 4A. So by 4A common la leo chun na. Okay, option ako 2 pi kilaro na. So you will take 4 pi A outside. So then I will have here 1 plus, so 3 pi divided by, so 2. Okay, 1 plus 3 pi by 2. I know the 3 pi by 2 plus 1. So overall, so piham inward hi ngay na Japan. Okay, 3 pi by 2 plus 1. So option B. Okay, next. An infinite long straight wire carrying current I is bent into a planar shape as shown in the figure. So the radius of the circular part is R. The magnetic field at the center of the O will be. Again, similar thing here. Semi-infinite wire kharam na lahi. Semi-infinite kharam hilahi full loop tasalahi. So let's say this one is B1. Hichipahi B2. Okay, so chipahi B3. B1 ko zading ham B1 ko, so mu naught into current so I na I by 4 pi into radius to small r. Aje chu wire apana hichi point distance pa hi r so aje. Hichi direction chu hirang diha. So dl so along the current. So given point is from the element towards the given point. You curl it like this. So it will be outwards. Okay. So B2. So B2 to full loop na mu naught into I by 2R. So current to jiha. So current to clockwise na. So like this, you curl your right hand. If you curl your right hand like this, your thumb will be pointing inwards. So that means this is inwards. About so B3. So B3 also semi-infinite na mu naught into I by 4 pi into R. So here DL chu silang sila na. DL silang si. So R is like this. So DL cross R will be outwards. Okay. Again, you add all these three. So then you solve leuchun. You will have mu naught into I by 2 pi R. Okay. So B net will be what? So mu naught into I by 2R. To inward by positive law. So suppose you take this as positive, then this will be negative. So I will have here minus mu naught into I by 2 pi R. Okay, so mu naught I by 2 pi R common na. So here I will have here pi minus 1. Okay, so this is overall so piham positive to inward na. So it is inward. As you positive pa hi inward ilaji was so final answer lang hi positive sila na jala hi. So therefore it should be inward. Okay, inward so minus I kept in na lahi. So pi minus 1. So this is the answer. As you chalahi bele chunchi outward pa hi plus x kiti. So pen hi plus x kiti so I kept in na. So chelang inward pa so minus I kept hi ngai so. Okay, so that means this one na minus om ngai. Okay, how many do we have more? I think this is the last one na. So figure shows a current carrying square loop ABCD. Its length A lying in, if the resistance of the part ABC is R and that of the part ADC is 2R, then the magnitude of resultant magnetic field at the center. Kutile sila hi I can divide this into two parts. Okay. Achung lang ABC part ko na. I can take the whole thing as like this, something like this. Current so suppose I comes here, hilanga hi I1 tilden na jang hi. Hilai I1 tilden, hilanga hi I2 tilehan. So resistance ki piche pi ham R khala chu 2R na. Aje chu ABC part ara resistance chulai part ine jana ABC chu R he za abana ADC chu 2R. Okay. Kutile current ju ti hol ta. So current ratio of apply la chon I1 is to I2 chu. So it will be parallel am chala na chi. So V by R is to V by 2R. So if you take the ratio here, you'll have 2 is to 1. So I1 is to I2. Kutile I1 chu iti bol ta. I1 chu 2 by 3 into total current na. Abana I2 chu piham, so 1 by 3 into total current. Okay. So that means I will have here I1 chu 2I by 3. Abana I2 chu, so 3 I by 3. Okay, now I know the current flowing through ABC and ADC na. Kutile to hi magnetic field. So magnetic field at this point will be due to this part, due to this part, due to this part, and due to this part. As you heche pa evaluation, it passes through the given point na. Heche lang pa jong hi, it passes through the given point. Kutila magnetic field B net at the center jo piham. So BAB na plus BBC plus BCD plus BDA. I hold it as hold it na. As is to current on get that. So current passing through here, I1 to pm chilanga hi. So 2I by 3. Pasta na. Hilang current sa jam hilang hi I by 3 pasta jo. Okay. Na chila hi betang AB hi piham chi infinite wire hilo jo. It is a finite wire. So if I try to find magnetic field at this point, hila hi chi 45 chila na chi. Again, this is also 45 degree. Abol lang pe pia cut example ka solve pas di manu chila hi. So this example. Hichi pa hai na chila hi. So this one. So if I have a wire like this, I want to find out magnetic field at this point. So it makes 45, 45. Okay. So like this. Kutila magnetic field at this point will be, so mu naught I by 2 root 2 into pi into A. Okay. So BAB cho piham. So BAB will be, so mu naught into I cho piham, I cho 2I by 3. Okay. So by 2 root 2 into, so pi into A. A di ham lai A by 2 di na lai A by 2. Aji jo chi distance pi he jar ha chi A by 2 di na chuna chi he. Aji jo total to A he za, so that means this is half of A. Okay. So here you'll have 2 into mu naught into I by, so 2 root 2 into pi into A by 2 pa sunga chi chun. So here you'll have 4. So 3 pa hong kum so ding, so 3 2 are 6. Okay. So 2 kaltaw ding, 2 2 are 4, 3 kum so ding 6. So that means 2 by 3. Elole, so you'll have root 2. Nachichu root 2 into mu naught into I divided by 3 pi A. Okay, so this is BAB. Ale ama direction hi lang ha. So DL chu chalang chi chula na. So R chu from the element towards the point. So DL cross R chu tane curl wala chun, it will be inwards. So this is inwards. Okay, similarly, so BBC kibang chuna BBC to BAB kibang so bolle chun, you'll have the same thing. Okay, current lu jong kibang, so you'll have the same thing. So 2 into mu naught into I by 3 pi A. Okay, so this is again cross. To CD to hin AD to hin DC pa hai na. So now I will find out B due to AD. So again, formula so mu naught into I, so I to I by 3 na. So divided by 2 root 2 into pi into A by 2. Okay, so now this is the one. As you velocity, he wire pi chi na. So distance pa hi A by 2 so. Okay, again you'll have 45, 45. Right, current is I by 3. Ale direction pa hi lale. So DL is along the side. Okay, so R chu chilai hina ta here. So from the wire towards the given point, so you have the curve like this. So if you curve your right hand like this, it will be pointing outwards. So that means, okay, it will be outwards. Here solve lesson problem 2 who, so 2 gets cancelled out. So you'll have here mu naught into I, so divided by 3 root 2 into pi into A, so this is outwards. Okay, similarly B, D, C zones ke bang le chutain. And solve lesson na, as is current zone ke bang sila. So you'll have mu naught I by, so 3 root 2 into pi into A. Okay, so this is also outwards. Okay. So now I have to, let's take inward as positive. Now inward pa positive lauting, outward is negative la. So let's say this 2 is negative. So you solve this 2, mani plus lessons on the. So here you'll have 2 into mu naught into I divided by 3 root 2 into pi into A. So this is outward. Okay. Abana amani resultant hilala. So amani resultant pi solve lesson. So you'll have 2 root 2 into mu naught into I by 3 pi A. Okay, so this is inward. Now I have to add this 2. Here's amani resultant pato hin, khateni resultant paso na. So you'll have 2 root 2 into pi mu naught into I divided by, so 3 pi A. Hinasuna si. So minus, as is outward and negative sila na. So 2 into mu naught into I, so divided by 3 root 2 into pi into A. Okay. So now I have to solve this 2. So denominator to 3 root 2 into pi into A. Okay. So hilangahi root 2 kahap ngai cha. Okay. As is 3 root 2 ka dei chula na lahi. So that means 2 are 4 mu naught I. So minus 2 mu naught into I. So that means I will have here 2 mu naught into I. So divided by, so 3 root 2 into pi into A. So root 2 root 2. So finally I will have here root 2 into mu naught into I. So divided by 3 pi A. So overall value is positive chala na. So that means it is inwards. Okay. As you inwards part so positive value chala na. Okay, so do you have any option? Root 2 by 3 na. Okay, so root 2 into mu naught I by 3. Okay, then this video ding ahi, lecture ding ahi chanjo. So first part hi magnetic field bo se bolo jana. So Biot-savart law to ampere circuital law hisa. So ki lekki na khu force hoi bolo na. Force azong khu nium so force type Q into V cross B to I into L cross B na. So azong hoi bolo hinten. So I hope you understand na. Hi chanjong hinten. I'll see you next time.